I haven't yet managed to watch all the fights on this card. I missed the White Whack fight. I also missed the Hrgovic-Molina fight, so you'll have to bear with me when it comes to doing post-fight videos for those contests. But one fight I did see was the Chief Support, Michael Hunter versus Alexander Povetkin. Now, I picked Michael Hunter to win on points, but I also said that a late stoppage is not completely out of the question. Hunter came out the blocks like a bat out of hell in the first round. And he shocked everybody, including me, including Povetkin. Povetkin was taken aback by how Michael Hunter came at him in the first round. Appeared to wobble Povetkin and was overwhelming him with speed and punches from all types of angles. It took Povetkin several rounds to actually adjust to what Michael Hunter was doing. Hunter's jab was good. Both guys were around the same height. I think Povetkin was listed as an inch taller, but Hunter had the longer arms, and he was utilizing those longer arms for most of the fight. So after a fast start, he did start to get sloppy. Povetkin actually steadied his legs a couple times with left hooks. Hunter is somebody who listens constantly to his corner. I mean, he's always looking over to his corner, even during the course of action, which is really not a good thing to be doing, because that's how you can get hit with shots when you're not paying attention. So it's a bad habit for him to be looking at his corner all the time. I know he generally does it when he's in a clinch or something like that, but it's just a bad habit to get into. Listen to the corner, but don't look over at them all the time like that. But another thing that gets Michael Hunter into trouble is the fact that he really likes to go for knockouts. You know, he wanted to make a statement here, and he was putting himself in bad defensive positions, you know, vulnerable situations, by going for the knockout constantly against Povetkin. But it also reveals the kind of mentality Hunter's got. People think that because he's come up from cruiserweight, that he's just a spoiler, a mover, a guy who's going to look to survive and steal a decision. No, that's not Michael Hunter. If you watched him against Bakoli, you'd know that's not Michael Hunter. If you watched him against Ustinov, you'd know that's not Michael Hunter. If you watched him against Kuzmin, you would have known that that's not Michael Hunter. This is a guy, although he's small, he does have more power than most people think he has. And I think Povetkin discovered that. He's not one of the top heavyweight punchers out there, not at all. But he can definitely get your attention. He got Povetkin's attention. He had Povetkin buzzed several times in the fight, including late on. He had him buzzed. Now, Povetkin had Hunter buzzed too. Don't get it twisted. But for the most part, I feel like I wasn't scoring it round by round, but I did feel like Hunter was landing the majority of clean, effective shots. And again, he was consistent with his jab. So after 12 rounds of good action, and it was a good fight. I mean, it wasn't the thriller in Manila, but it was a good, absorbing, very interesting fight where both guys got rocked. But Michael Hunter's youth, his energy, his movement, his jab, his will to win, for me, saw him to a victory. The judges didn't agree. Well, one of them did. But the other judge, who was incidentally Russian, gave the fight to Povetkin, and the third judge gave it a draw. I'm certainly not going to call it a robbery. You know that I feel that word is the most overused in boxing. But Carl Froch in the Sky commentary team said that when there's a draw, you often get one fighter who's happy with the draw and the other fighter who's not. And the fighter who's not tends to be the one who really actually won the fight. You know, and I wouldn't necessarily go that far with this fight to say that Hunter definitely won, because I'd have to go back and watch it again and score it. But I was certainly left with the impression in my mind that Hunter landed more meaningful punches over the course of 12 than Povetkin did. And certainly if you look at the body language of both fighters, Povetkin didn't seem unhappy with a draw, whereas Hunter seemed really disappointed. And again, body language is not what we can score fights on, because some fighters are so deluded. They'll lose a fight, but in body language afterwards, when the decision is read out, they're acting horrified that the decision didn't go their way. So we can't score fights based on fighters' body language. But in this particular instance, yeah, I probably think Hunter did enough to win. He tried really hard. But in a funny way, I think a draw is actually going to help him in his career. Because Michael Hunter is going to upset one of the big heavyweights out there. I'm telling you it's going to happen. I've seen it all before. I've been following this sport over 30 years. I've lived through several heavyweight eras, and I know an upsetter when I see one, and this guy is an upsetter. He is going to be one of the major top heavyweights out there. Not beat. I'm not saying that Michael Hunter is going to be top of the division, or no. He's not. But he will score at least one major upset against one of the big heavyweights. Those of you who think he doesn't have the power, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, you're going to be proved wrong. This is the kind of guy who's easy to underestimate. This is the kind of guy who it's easy for him to slip under the radar, and having a draw against Povetkin will help him stay under that radar better than if he'd got a win, than if he'd knocked Povetkin out. So he was talking about a rematch. Will Povetkin win it, particularly at his age? Questionable. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Michael Hunter's performance. Did you think he deserved a win, or did you think a draw was fair? Did he surprise you with anything in there? Again, people questioning his power. I reckon he's got more power than a lot of you guys realize. Ask Sergey Kuzmin, ask Martin Bakole, ask Alexander Povetkin if he's honest. You know, he's not an elite level puncher at heavyweight, but you get your respect. You know you've been hit. It's not going to tickle when he cracks you with a right hand on the chin. And his movement, his toughness, and all that kind of stuff, I think can throw off some of the bigger guys. I think that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in particular would have nightmares with Michael Hunter. I think Anthony Joshua would also struggle with Hunter. But there's just something about Joshua's style where I think he'd be able to cope a little better. Because AJ is sharp with the jab, with the left hook, with the right hand. He's well balanced. I just feel like AJ's style might be able to cope a little better with Hunter than Fury and Wilder. I think they would have the most trouble with him. In fact, I think the one who would have the most trouble of all with Hunter is Wilder. Because Hunter is fast, he moves in a slick fashion, and I just think that would throw Deontay Wilder's balance off. And it doesn't take much to throw Wilder's balance off, by the way. I think it would throw his balance off, and I think he'd have all kinds of problems with Michael Hunter. And therefore, you can expect Deontay Wilder to avoid Michael Hunter like the plague. It won't necessarily be Wilder himself, but certainly his team, they'll look at this guy and say, there is no way we're putting him anywhere near Deontay Wilder. Maybe Anthony Joshua's team will do the same, to be honest. Maybe Fury's team will do the same. That's the danger for Michael Hunter, that he becomes the chairman of the Who Needs Him club. So he's got to keep climbing up the rankings, get himself into a mandatory position, and then get a shot. And I'm telling you now, people, he is going to knock off one of the big heavyweights. He's going to beat one of them. You watch. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. Where does Povetkin go from here? Where does Hunter go from here? And by the way, if any of you are new subscribers, the stuff I'm saying about Michael Hunter in this video is not new. I've been saying that Michael Hunter is going to beat one of the major heavyweights for, 6 months or more now? I think for the past year I've been saying this. Something like that. Anyway, drop your comments in the comment section below. What's happening? I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.